Hello everyone. I welcome you all for a 2 weeks online internship program on demystifying IoT security for the digital world. Myself, Santosh Rathod, Assistant Professor from Department of Information Technology. So in this video, we will be dealing with the introduction to the Arduino IDE. In this section, I will tell you about the Arduino IDE. But before we jump into that, first of all, we need to understand what an IDE. An IDE is a text editor like a notepad along with the compiler, which is a bare requirement to start coding. But what's a compiler is a special program that processes statements written in the programming language and then turns them into a machine language, which are basically the zeros and ones, which a computer can understand. But unlike text editor, an IDE, which stands for the Integrated Development Environment, is a software tool which has a lot more functions to make programming easier for the user. It has a built-in text editor and compiler along with easy-to-use tools, menus, and buttons to compile, run, debug, analyze, and save the program. Considering Arduino, they have one official IDE which has buttons to verify and upload the sketches. They also have easy-to-use menus to select boards and boards. Throughout this video, we will be using the official Arduino IDE. For this, we will be going through the detailed the installation steps of the Arduino IDE. Okay, so first we will go through the downloading process of the Arduino IDE and what are the first initial requirement of this IDE. Okay, so to install the Arduino IDE and to work on that one, we need a Arduino board. Preferably, we have can select any of the versions of the Arduino board which we have discussed in the prior videos. Okay, so we can go with the Arduino Uno or Arduino Nano. Okay, or the LilyPad, any of the versions. And apart with the Arduino board, we also need a USB cable for connecting the board to the computer system. Next, step 2 is to download the Arduino IDE software. So here we can visit the www.arduino.cc, okay, to the website of the Arduino, and in that on software section we can download the latest Arduino IDE for a computer operating system. Okay, so there are various versions of the Windows, Mac, and the Linux system. Okay, and at the download page we have to click on the Windows installer option for that easiest installation. Then once that is getting downloaded, then we have to save the .exe file. Okay, okay, and then we have to open the .exe file which will execute that one, and that the Arduino IDE will get installed in the system. So for that we have to click on the licensing agreement button. Okay, so the next step is to select all the options you get here. It's preferable that you select all the options here for the installation. Okay, and then click on the next button. Okay, then you have to select the desired folder or the directory where the IDE has to be installed. Okay, then you have to click on the install button next, and then this will take a couple of minutes to get the installation steps done. Okay, so here it will take a couple of minutes to get this installed. Next, after getting the installation done, we have to power up the board. So you have to connect the USB cable to your Arduino board and your PC. Okay, so here the Arduino Uno, the Mega, or the different versions, okay, draw power from either the USB connected to your computer, or you can also provide any external power supply. Suppose if you are using an Arduino, a different version, then you have to make sure that the board is configured to draw power from the USB connection. Okay, so the power source selected with a jumper, a small piece of plastic that fits onto the two of the three pins between the USB and the power jack. Okay, so in that case, you have to check that it is on the two pins closest to the USB port. Okay. So now you have to connect the Arduino board to your computer using the Arduino cable, okay? And once you connect the green power LED, okay, which will be labeled as PWR should glow. That means that your board is powered on, okay? Then next we have is the launching the Arduino IDE. Okay, so after the installation is done, a shortcut to the Arduino IDE would be created on a desktop. Like as you can see here in the screen, it's on the bottom left corner, the Arduino IDE. Just you have to double click on that one and it will launch the Arduino IDE. Okay, now we'll go to the next step. The next step is to open our first project. Okay. So once the software starts, the IDE starts, then we have two options: to create a new project and or to open an existing project. Okay. So here, as you can see, we have like the both the options available here. Okay. In this slide. So here the initially it would be like the blank one, or else uh, you can drop in the already preloaded project, which can you can go through the file. Okay, you can go through the new one, or you new one you can create a new project, or you can select from the examples as well. Okay, so here is the first project. So here we have taken into consideration the already preloaded pre-fetched project here. So you can create the new going to the new one, or you can go to the examples and you can create you can select the basic LED blinking program as well, just for a demonstration. Okay, and then next we have to select the Arduino port. Okay, so to avoid any error while uploading the program to the board, we must select the correct Arduino board name, okay, which would match with the board that is connected to our computer. So here we have selected as the Arduino, it will totally upon you that which board you are setting. You can also, if you've been using Arduino Leonardo or the Arduino Micro, whichever version, then you have to select that board accordingly. For that, you have to go to the tools menu option, and then you have to select on the boards, and then you have to select with the appropriate board that you are using. So here in case we are using the Arduino Uno board. Next step is to select the serial port. Okay, so we have to select the serial device of the Arduino board. For that, we have to navigate to the tools option, and then you have to select the serial port menu. Okay, this is likely to be the COM3. Okay, we can say, or it could be higher, but most of the time it would be like COM3 port would be there. Okay, or higher could be available there. And to find out that you can disconnect your Arduino board and you can reopen the menu. The entry that disappears should be the Arduino board. Okay, so you can just check like which port is what compatible to your Arduino, which is using that one. So you can just disconnect it, and again you can connect that one. So like the one that gets disappeared, and that you can confirm that way, and then you can reconnect the board and select the serial port. Okay, so here in this case we have selected as the COM3 as the port. Okay, next step, that's the uploading the program to our board. Okay, so like once we have done with the program, okay, like creating a new project, or you can select with the already a prefetched project, you can see the basic project. Okay, and then the next step is to like how we can upload the program to our to the board. Okay, so here this is the detailed description of the the menus that are on the Arduino IDE, the one that is specified by A, is used to check if there is any complication, compilation error. Then the next one is the B. This menu is used to upload a program to the Arduino board. Then we have the one that is labeled by C, which is like shortcut used to create a new sketch. Okay, and then we have the D and the E, which is used to directly open one of the example sketch. Okay, so we can open the preloaded example sketch, and the E is used to save your sketch as well. Okay, and then we have the one that is labeled by F, is the serial monitor used to receive the serial data from the board and send the serial data to the board. So that's used for the serial communication. Okay. Okay, so after this is done, then we can simply click on the upload button in the environment. Then we can wait for a few seconds, and we can see the LED that is specified as RX and TX on the board would be flashing. Okay, and if the upload is successful, the message done uploading will appear in the status bar. Okay, which will go on the to the next step. Then this is the particular structure of the Arduino IDE. Okay, so here this will contain uh, the Arduino program, like we can say like it can be divided into three main parts: the structure, the values, which would be a variable and constant, and the function. Okay, so we can explore more on that one, the structured values and the functions. Like this is more of the embedded C that we can learn to program the Arduino board. So Arduino programming is based on the C concept, wherein you can learn about the data types, the variable and constants, the operators, the control statements, the loops, the functions, the strings, then the string objects, times, arrays, then the input output functions, and other concepts as well. Okay, so this is the typical structure. So here we'll start with the structure. So this software structure consists of two main functions: the setup and the loop. As you can see here into the Arduino IDE, it consists of the setup and the loop. The purpose of this setup is to like this function is called when a sketch starts. Okay, so it is used to initialize the variables, the pin modes, and it also starts using the libraries. Okay, the and apart from that, when what point we can add on is the setup function will only run once each power up, like after each power up or reset of the Arduino board. Okay, and it also has the input, output, and the return as well. Then the next we have the next main function is the loop. Okay, so this purpose of the loop is like after creating a setup function which initializes and sets the initial values, the loop function does precisely what we can say is, as its name suggests, and it loops consecutively. Like suppose if you are working on a project wherein you want that the like suppose the blinking of the lid, we can say, wherein you want that lid to blink after a particular interval of time or particular interval of seconds, then you can put that into the loop. So it would allow your program to change and respond. Okay. So it is used to actively control the Arduino board. Then you can explore more of the Arduino IDE by referring to the examples that are listed here, which are pre-fetched here. Okay, how that works. Then next we'll just take in one example of the LED blinking. Okay, so here what we can just go to the file menu, and then you can select the blink example. Okay, and then it will select the blink. So you have to navigate to the files, then examples, and the basics and the blink. Okay, and then next we can select the type of the Arduino board that we are using. So we have to again go to the tools, then we have to select the board and the Arduino Uno we have to select the board. Like so for our case, we have selected the Arduino Uno here. Okay, so after selecting the board, the next step is the yeah. Okay. After selecting the board, we have to select the serial or the COM port that our Arduino is attached to. So we have to navigate to the tools and then to the ports, and then we have to select the COM port. Okay. So here in our case, it's for example, we have taken the COM 11. Okay. So with your boards, with your Arduino boards connected, and the next step, we can see like after selecting the COM port, the Arduino board connected and the Blink sketch is open, then you have to press the upload button. Okay, with the right with the arrow facing towards the right. Okay, that would upload your code after compiling, okay, and verifying. Okay, and then after a second, you should see some LED flashing on your Arduino, followed by the message done uploaded. So after your the compilation done successfully and it's run, then you can see in the black window at the bottom side that it will done uploading, and in the status bar of the Blink sketch. Okay, and you can see the lid blinking here on your Arduino board. So here I couldn't cover up the entire simulation of the Arduino here, but we can just go through this one how actually it would work with the help of a simulator.